And welcome back to our presentation, and let's go ahead with Singapore. It's a great city with a lot of architecture that you may find interesting, and you will see for sure a lot of amazing things inside of this town, so I can recommend to visit. I'd like to focus in a nutshell on the composition, on some post-production techniques, and on some rules that you can use in composing your shots in 3ds Max. So first, the rule of the third. So to compose a good shot, you can follow the rule by dividing your image on 9 pieces, so 3 on 3, which gives us 9. And we have on each side and direction equal division on 3 pieces. And in the areas where you have the sections, intersections of the lines, you can place key elements of your composition. So in this case we have on the first 1/3 the horizontal line, and here on the side we have the right side of the main building here in my shot, and this is a well-balanced composition then. So in the next videos you will find out more about that, and you will be asked also to practice some composition, so pay attention please. Now, a lot of people asking me where to get those skies, and I can tell you that I do not use a lot of images to get the skies. Basically, I search for a good sky in the cgtextures.com site, and the key is to go into the Photoshop. Take one sky maybe. Copy the layer, then choose a second sky and add a mask. Fill it with black color, then take a soft brush with white color and start to painting over, and then you can create some smooth clouds, but it will take the horizontal line from the first sky and so on. So that's the way how you can create a lot of skies, and you have then unlimited options to create them. So that's a good way, I think. And that's the shot from this point actually. So imagine how scary it is to stand here right in the middle of nowhere. But anyway, it's a cool view, and we have here a lot of good examples for our architectural visualization course. So that's the Louis Vuitton here, and what I did in Photoshop on this image, I corrected the verticals, and you can do that of course taking your shot with a put-up lens, which is definitely better, but when you go into the plane, maybe you do not have so much space in your bag, or you do not want to risk to take all the lenses, then Photoshop is also pretty handy. And on this shot I'd like to focus on this element here, on this light streak. So even though it's a dusk shot and we have a lot of light here, when you see a very strong light you can see this volume effect, which we can also create in 3ds Max, and we will during this winter session, and we'll create a pretty volume lights so we can later on animate them, and of course in Photoshop we will also show some tricks. So the perfect verticals make the shot more balanced and more steady, because imagine if this line would go here on diagonal, then it would give us the impression of falling down, this brings panic to the image, and that's not good. Panic, not good. Okay, so that's the same thing I did here on this scene, and the good news is that we're going during one of the webinars to try to recreate a similar scene with use of some Evermotion arc models which will be provided to support our winter session. And once again, the rule of the third. So we have here the horizontal line and this light streak, and also the lighting on our high-rise buildings we'll talk about during the webinar with Evermotion models, also custom models, and the lighting, of course. Hope you will enjoy that. That's a great effect. I really enjoyed to look at it. Well, first, in this scene we have all the good stuff, right? We have water and the cool reflections, sort of anisotropic reflections. We have a huge building with a spaceship on the top, and we have the lasers. So, really a good sci-fi story. But seriously, I wanted to focus on those slides because I like to recreate them in a real scene. And these are the scenes that have never been presented before, and I like to share with you some tricks we can use to have a quick rendering and nice 3D volume lines. I can tell you right now that this trick is pretty old, but still good. Okay, and we have some more scenes, and for you, you will receive also in the package the STREM model, which will be rigged, and that means you can drag, for example, the first car, and the rest will follow the first, so which is handy while creating some animations. And we'll go through the post-production here in full setup, as well as here, and the V-Ray environment fog rendered in a separate pass to finally compose this in Photoshop, so we have a bit more control. So these are the scenes we'll be working on, and we'll also work during the webinar on an underwater scene, so we'll have a chance to work on the water, which is always a tricky part, as well as grass, asphalt, snow. So the key elements of the environment we can use in our commercial work and private work as well. And in the end, I like to show you the Campbell's classic can and wish you a pleasant stay here on our forums, and I hope you will enjoy the show. And please check out the next videos, and I see you during the next lecture. I'm Simon HC. See you next time.